Hi, this is Steve Brant. This is a presentation I gave at the Globalization and the Good Corporation Conference of the International Center for Corporate Accountability. The conference was held in New York, and I spoke on June 27th. My topic, how the UN Global Compact can transform the global CSR and sustainability movement. I'm both a passionate advocate for how much better the world can be through good corporate action, and a student of high-level management theory, specifically systems thinking. I'm also a product of the entertainment world because my parents were both in show business. So those three trends come together in this presentation about the transformation that's available to the global CSR and sustainability movement through the UN Global Compact. Thanks for watching this presentation. So much progress has been made. Even in America, the corporate social responsibility community is now cleaning up the environment, contributing to making the world a healthier place. Here in America, we are finally going green, and even our administration has acknowledged the crisis of climate change and the need to take action. But there's still a transformation that's needed. And why is that? Because something most people can't imagine happening is now possible. If we in the CSR community bring the art and science of innovation to our movement. And because we still face a huge socio-political economic challenge. We may have tackled global warming finally, but the gap between winners and losers still exists. And that gap creates certain negative dynamics on the global system that we need to deal with. Not only do we need to deal with that challenge, but there is a blue ocean strategy available to the CSR and sustainability movement. Blue ocean strategies being the leading name for innovation in the business world today. The Blue Ocean Strategy book is a global bestseller. If you haven't already read it, I highly recommend that you do. Not only is a Blue Ocean strategy available, but the Global Compact, because of its performance model, gives us access to the tools for what that innovative strategy can be for our movement. The Global Compact's performance model taps into the power of high-level management theory that teaches us that learning and improvement are a function of uncovering our mistakes, recognizing that we can't be perfect at doing something new from day one, and that the process of getting better and better at doing something new is what we should champion and celebrate. A process about learning, a process that is internally driven, not just a result of meeting certain standards set by others. The Global Compact's performance model focuses on the methods we use because it recognizes that how we go about doing something is just as important as what we want to do. You can want to do something and not be effective at doing it, in which case you just wind up being frustrated and producing much less than you possibly could. But the performance model focuses on what's called the Plan, Do, Check, Act continuous improvement cycle. This is invented and developed by Dr. W. Edwards Deming and other leaders of the quality management movement many years ago, and it's brought to our movement through the Global Compact's performance model. But what we can do, given our connection to high-level management theory at the Global Compact, is begin to look at what additional theory is available to us. And if we expand to include the view that organizations are systems made up of interdependent parts, which Dr. Deming also taught in addition to Plan, Do, Check, Act, we can then take that lesson and apply it to the CSR movement, recognizing that our movement is also made up of interdependent parts, not separate parts that should be improved individually. Improving separate parts is important, but there's great power available when you look at how the various parts of what you're doing are interrelated. You begin to look at the whole system of what those parts are a part of. So if we look for innovation and a systems-based approach for the CSR movement, we start to ask questions that go beyond those external standards, we begin to ask questions like, how much good can the CSR movement create? Good that nobody can currently recognize as possible, but is available if we look at our movement from an innovative perspective. One thing we can do is begin to include the sustainable science and technology movement in the conversation about what businesses can do. Sustainable science may not be about a specific industry, but it is related to our movement and deserves to be championed by it. The Rocky Mountain Institute and McDonough-Browngard Design Chemistry. I highly recommend you link to those two organizations on your site. By doing this, we begin to expand from looking at the whole world, not just what we are doing in our individual companies and individual industries. We begin to look beyond working to improve the environment, labor relations, and human rights, to improving the whole world. So the essence of the available transformation for our movement is going from a reactive to a proactive mode. Our origins may be in risk management, where we focused on stopping bad things from happening to our reputations, and again reacting to those external codes that were developed by others. But there's more to us, more available. Our future can be in inventing new options, in giving people, including the NGO community that observes us, what they don't know they can have. That is proactivity. That is innovation. A proactive strategy. Expanding from stopping bad things to starting good new things. Asking ourselves, just how much good can our community create? Just how good can a good corporation be? And who is defining what good is anyway? People outside of the business world, or people within that see things no one else can see? Again, I want to focus on what innovation can look like. If you are in the Rocky Mountain Institute network, you know that they've published a book called Winning the Oil Endgame. They've actually figured out the science to moving to an industrial model that gets us beyond using oil. Oilendgame.com is the website for that information. And Bill McDonough and Michael Browngard, from their sustainability and innovation perspective, know that the future is not just about reducing waste. It's about eliminating the concept of waste. Because in Mother Nature, there is no such thing as waste. Everything gets reused. Again, their website is mbdc.com. And no, I'm not formally connected with either of these organizations. I just champion and support their work. So imagine a more fully integrated CSR and sustainability movement. Imagine if every socially responsible business championed thinking systemically, no matter what that business was doing. What if they said on their websites, we need to start thinking this way? And if they want a more easy to understand phrase, just say, it's time to think differently. What if every socially responsible business let people know about the work of Lovins and McDonough on their website? That would be a more fully integrated message to all of our customers and stakeholders.